Hey everyone, and welcome back to Ramblr feature videos. If you haven't seen any of our videos before, my name is Drago, and I'm one of the AI leads here at Ramblr. And in these videos, we'd like to show you all of our, the features of our platform, any new features that come in, also some tutorials on how to use some of them, and it's that sort of mix, right? On today's video, we're gonna cover a bunch of smaller features that we've been adding over the past couple months, um, in particular centered around our UI. Okay, so I'm just gonna walk you through the current state of our UI, exactly where everything is, so you can easily find things and also utilize the UI to its maximum potential. So we'll start so here we're in my workspace, and this is in the library tab. We have three tabs: workspace, library, and projects, right? And here I'm just on videos, and should be very familiar if you've seen our tool before, right? You can hover, see previews of the videos and whatnot. You can add tags. You can sort them, filter by different aspects like video length and some of the tags and whatnot. You can also select them and do things with the selection, just like you want to add them to a project, for example, right? You can also search, just free text search there. And we also have, of course, the upload feature that we'll discuss in a separate video. Now, importantly, of course, we don't just store videos. We also store annotations. We should generate with our tool, right? So here you can see again the annotations overlaid. As you can see, there's more annotations than videos in the workspace because you can have, of course, multiple annotations per video, and you also get all of these nice controls to, like, again, select, sort, etc. Right? Now, importantly, a relatively new but very fast-growing feature at Ramblr is handling text documents. So this is just a visualization, right? You can go, these are three different text documents. I can go into one of them and there's a bunch of lorem ipsum text, yay. And it shows me, like the chunks and some basic stats on them. Now, importantly, this is really just the tip of the iceberg because we're moving heavily into incorporating also text, and in general, again, we're a multimodal company. So on top of video, we want to be able to have, for example, all your instruction manuals and things like that, and link to the video so that you can actually have a more holistic representation of your processes or whichever aspect of your data you want to take advantage of, right? And this is exactly Ramblr's specialty, so that, for example, we can get your manuals and get a bunch of relevant vocabulary from them, like processes, part numbers, names, etc., right? And then have them directly linked to the video and help you in the annotation process, right? And also in training models using those annotations, right? So definitely stay tuned because these features are coming. Now, last but not least, we have our playlist feature. So playlists are just groups of videos or pieces of videos that you would want to use for example, training a multimodal large language model, among others, right? And these are just like the different parts of we call them chunks, right? Also, you can get some statistics here. And in this case, we have it very simple, just particular categories that are present and then some general settings, right? Now, aside from the library, we can go to projects, which is where you group videos depending on in particular, like kind of the way you're annotating them or the way you want to group them, right? So that, again, for example, this is my particular annotation project, right? It's a test project, but you can have, based on whichever division makes sense to you, like different batches of videos, different areas of your company, etc., right? And here you can see, of course, the videos present in the project, right, and the annotations. And again, these I just selected all of them, but you will have subsets of what's in the entire workspace, right? Importantly, again, this is linked to annotations. So here you see in the pipelines view, you see all your pipelines, and this view we've seen before for sure, right? And it tells you the progress of the pipelines, etc. Also, we saw in a previous video the automations. So basically, in this case, I have it set up so that if I add a video to the project, it immediately starts a pipeline, and you can choose, of course, which pipeline you want to start and whatnot, so that it gets going with the annotation, right? You don't have to do that manually. Another newish feature is that we added model management. So we have a very large stack of powerful models that we use to help you with your annotation. But also, what we have is the possibility to customize models or to bring your own models, right? And we can have them here so you can manage them separately also across projects, right? And of course, you can control users and settings and whatnot. And now, let's move to the workspace view. So what you'll see here are things that are valid for the whole workspace. So first we have vocabularies. So as I mentioned, this is what we will be able to extract, for example, from your text data, but also, of course, from your annotations. So you can have vocabularies for categories. So for example, here I have book or laptop. If I click on book, it shows me a bunch of information regarding this category, synonyms, definition, etc. Also, we can have activities, same idea, right? You get all the information related to the activity here in the summary, and then your regular settings, right? And you can create different vocabularies within the workspace, use them in different projects, etc., right? Now, we also have, we're going to get back to this guy here. We also have, again, the model registry tab, because there's one for the particular project, right? This one is just global for the entire workspace, right? And again, here I just have like the one models. It's just one of our anomaly classifiers, but you get the idea. And then importantly, again, I mentioned there's different templates for running your pipelines, right? And this is exactly what you see here. So these are different pipeline templates, so different sequences of actions to analyze your video. For example, here, we're just going to look at the details, right? And you can see we have this particular pipeline has machine pre-annotation, then find keyframes, then prepares the annotation for you, our Pro, which is our annotation tool, and then it does some anomaly detection, and so on and so forth, right? And these pipeline templates can be customized both in terms of the steps, so which step you want at any given time, right? Which kinds of things you want to use as sources of information to help you in the annotation, but also within each step, there's different configurations. For example, here in anomaly detection, right? It says it has a cross keyframe anomaly detection, right? The default config for that. We can go to ML configurations. As I said, we're going to get back here. And here you see all the different configs we offer, right? So for example, if we look at ID matching, you'll see that we have both point tracking and global matching, and also segment stitching as particular types of ID matching, right? And there's also built-in configs, and the ones you also can create manually. So if you go just to one of these configs, right, you see the details here. These are the parameters you can modify, and I can just create a new one here, as what I've shown in other videos, right? And again, the idea is with these configs, you can customize your template. You can also customize the template itself, a sequence of actions, and really tailor your annotation pipeline to what you need, right? To the best way of extracting the information you want from your own data, right? Finally, the last couple. So one, we have imports. So this is a special feature we have for customers that need it. And the idea is that we can set up a location in the cloud where you can upload your videos, and the videos will automatically get ingested into our pipeline, right? We'll go through our GDPR compliance procedure and everything, right? All of the anonymization, all of this is automatic, and then be ready for you to use, right? To, for example, immediately add to a project and then get the whole pipeline started. And finally, the final, we have our downloads. So of course you would want to also get the data you get from the annotation, and here we have just to display one particular download, and you get your zip file. You can start these tasks and they'll run in the background, and then you can come and get your data. And with that, yeah, as you can see, we have a pretty cool UI right now, and it only gets better. So yeah, definitely stay tuned for future videos, and thank you so much for your attention here. Bye bye.